Schools are vibrant and important places of learning, yet they're also important spaces that could be shared with their community to become community hubs. A school that is engaged in its community, that can provide real-life opportunities for interaction and learning, can have significant benefits for the school population and its wider community. Upper Sturt Primary School is nestled in a beautiful rural area in bushland, far from the services and businesses that a regular urban school would have access to. With natural spaces and an outdoor learning program, the school wants to open those spaces up to the community and invite them in so that there's a community hub for all to benefit from.
Upper Sturt is like a village really. A lot of the people in Upper Sturt are very environmentally aware, are interested in gardening, growing their own vegetables.
We've found Upper Sturt to be a really interesting place to move to. There doesn't seem to be a lot available as a hub space for community. We spend a lot of our time moving back and forth between Stirling, the city, and Blackwood and Crafers, and not doing a great deal around Upper Sturt itself.
It would be really nice if we had that space where people could just feel that they could come along for an hour, meet with their friends, do a bit of gardening or harvest some of produce that has been grown, and just have that time when it's beautiful weather to do that.
So the year 1s and 2s at the beginning of the year, we were given an option of what we wanted our topic focus to be, and Community Garden Hub was one of them, and so that was my choice to take that on. And then we began our learning from there. We start with a topic tub, which has a lot of idea-provoking objects that the children will identify, and they say what they know about it, and then they go on to saying, well, what do I wonder about a garden? A community garden and hub being the predominant focus, so that's where our learning began.
To engage the community is a time-intensive task, and the school needed some help in this area. And so we're fortunate to have 2 occupational therapy students from UniSA to help.
As part of our second year requirements for our occupational therapy program, we do a subject called Field Practice 3B, which does involve us doing a community development project. Upper Sturt applied for some students to work at the school to help them with the project, and Emily and I chose the Upper Sturt Primary School project.
Over the next 10 weeks, Emily and Lyndall consulted with the staff, the children and the community to find out what they would like to see in a community hub and what benefits they would hope to see with Upper Sturt taking on this community hub project.
What I wanted in the garden, the fruit I wanted was pomegranates and apples, and the veggies was capsicum and cucumbers.
So we invited parents, community members, local residents, basically anyone that's interested in being part of the community garden. So we invited them to come along to an information evening.
We found out about the community garden project through a flyer that came in the mail, and there was a meeting held at the school. We thought it was a great way to come and get involved and introduce ourselves and contribute to the development of the space, because we see ourselves staying here for the foreseeable future, particularly with our daughter moving into the school down the track.
Dylan came in and made a fence for us to separate the school garden and the community garden.
What came out of the community meeting was that there was a real desire to separate the space from the school, so we supplied a quote to build a stick fence that you can see behind us here to provide some separation between the school and the community space, and now we're going to work towards looking at an entryway point so that the community can enter the space during and outside of school hours. So as part of the development of the space, we've donated some plants to provide a bush tucker garden so the kids can interpret and be exposed to some bush tucker plants in the community garden space.
With the help from the UniSA students, the Years 1 and 2 organised the first of many working bees to start the process of building the community space.
So we had a working bee late last term, which was a really nice way to end our learning within that topic and around the garden. And so we did lots of work around here. We had mulching and composting to do. We had wicking beds erected, so we had a station doing that. And then Bunnings had donated quite a lot of seedlings, so we were able to plant them near our strawberry patch and develop that area a little bit more too. So Emily and Lyndall, in their final days here, they put together a folder for us, which is just an incredible resource of information and contacts of people in the community, so neighbours, anybody who was willing to donate anything. So we're waiting for a lot of produce to come for the spring and summer season. So the contacts was definitely the most important thing, but already what we've developed here, a lot of the children's input and work on what we've already sort of tried to plant and get going was all put in there too.
Every term, the last week in the term, we have a showcase. It's become a ritual that is very well supported by families. It's a social time as well. Families bring their picnic and we use the whole space and we showcase the learning. Tonight is a special showcase with opening the community garden, and Josh Teague will be here to cut the ribbon.
What's exciting about this project is that the wonderings of the children and the ideas from the community were woven together to create a learning program. This learning by doing is really important because it helps connect the children to place and it makes the learning relevant, so it's much more engaging for them. And the learning is embedded in their local place. Their sense of belonging is increased, and that's really critical for their well-being and for their engagement with learning. NRM Education supports schools to link community projects to sustainability and to become a community hub. So to find out more, visit our website.